Joey likes to read books that also put him to sleep.
And us, too.
I make our children and all of us stand 20 feet away from the microwave.
Yeah, but you don't need the EMF reader to know that.
Can you just figure it out? You're the sciencey one.
Life is in sine waves. Everyone's sine wave is a different amplitude.
The moment meeting you is burned into my memory. You had like a tight t-shirt on and then you had flare leg girls jeans. Are you ready for the tea? I had a boyfriend when we were filming.
I'm also, by the way, very respectful of people in relationships. I don't know.
Okay,
It's been a while. But when I was single, do you want to know what book I'm reading? I started a new book. It's like kind of like you sign up for this journey.
It's like a cult of some sort. Joey, no. Oh my God. I love that we're full circle.
I'm Mr. Kate.
Rub Cuddle with us.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Joey. I mean, we're going to get weird. We're going to get honest.
I can't believe we've been together for 20 years.
Let's talk about it.
Creativity is not a skill. It's a way of life.
Come rub Cuddle with us.
All right.
Hello. Welcome to The Rug, everybody. I'm Kate.
I'm Joey.
And this is Rug Cuddle with us.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
So fun recording episode 1 and listening back and putting it all together.
Yeah.
And we actually are recording this right before we release episode 1, so we haven't seen any comments on episode 1. So if like you said, hey, don't do that part, and we still do it today, it's because we haven't actually read the comments for episode 1 yet.
And we're just like, now we're recording episode 2 in a vacuum. We're just hoping that everyone
you guys liked episode 1.
Episode 1. So thank you if you did. And you're back for episode 2. We are honored to have your ears and or eyeballs.
Before we get into today's episode, please, whatever platform you're listening to us on, subscribe or follow or do whatever it is you do on that platform.
Yeah.
To
get notified
and become a member of our community.
Yeah.
You know?
We didn't talk about these mugs last time.
Our furry, fuzzy, cozy mugs.
These are our rug covered mugs. For those of you just listening, we have giant mugs. They're like 5 times the size of regular mugs, and we cover them with the same rug that we have.
Where did you even find those mugs? Those are crazy.
I know, they are crazy. Actually, Tess found these, and she covered them with her glue gun skills. So,
how was your week?
I'm hydrated. I'm so ready for this. How was my week? My week has been good.
Good.
I was thinking what we've sort of been navigating this week, which could be interesting for people to hear, is the cuss words or curse words, whatever people say it, that Moon has learned.
Oh, yeah. Our 6-year-old son loves to cuss.
Yeah, so we're dealing with that.
Which is so hard because it's so funny every time he does it.
I mean, I think it's such an interesting parenting problem because...
Wait, I also asked my dad when he was visiting.
Yeah.
I said, hey,
Joey's parents just
now
visited us.
Now that my kid cusses, like, I think back when I was a kid and my dad would get like mad at me. I was like, and so I asked him, I said, were you actually mad at me? Because it's hilarious when my kid cusses.
I know. Well, we have, it's been like a whole kind of, it's like a moment in time when your little kid who has just this, clean little mouth, all of a sudden.
You hear him working on its Legos and you just hear out of the other room, shit.
And we're like, oh my God. And so, what comes next? Well, we follow sort of the more like gentle parenting, attachment parenting style of approaches. Like, well, meaning like we didn't like yell at him and send him to a timeout. We don't do timeouts. We don't do anything like that. We talked about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The whole getting mad at your kid for cussing is like a fake thing unless you're actually mad about it. And that's why I was asking my dad. I was like, wait, were you actually ever mad? And maybe people have it ingrained in them to get mad at that, but like it's not ingrained in us. Well, so it feels disingenuous to go like, to get mad at them for cussing. It's more so like, hey, dude, you have to be really careful with those words.
Well, that's what our approach has been. So like I grew up a little bit differently because my parents cussed a lot in front of me. And
mine did not.
Yeah, yours didn't. Like
my mom drank her wine out of a coffee mug so that I didn't know she was drinking wine.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. No, my parents had like sailor mouths, and so it was never like really that appealing to me. I knew that I wasn't supposed to say those words. Like at school or whatever, but I also never tried to say them at home. Like, it wasn't like alluring because they weren't off limits.
Yeah.
So I don't think I even started like actually using them until high school, probably. We don't curse though in front of him, really.
No. Yeah.
Like, I say like the S word.
I don't even know where he picked it up. I mean, he may have heard one of us say
obviously
it.
from school.
No, but he dropped the F word the other day, and we definitely do not say that in front of him.
We definitely do not say that, and that's where I drew the line with him, because like we have the formula we've come up with him is that he can say the shit word at home. I said you can use it at home if you feel like you want to, but just know that other parents are not going to want their kids saying that. You're going to get in trouble if you say it at school. So if you want to play around with that word, you can do it here at home. Don't do it while you have friends over and stuff. Just giving him the freedom to do it. So that was our approach with the shit word. But then when he came and said the F word, I was like, ugh. I said, even that word makes mama cringe when I hear it, because that's like the worst of the worst words you can say. And I said, you have to be really careful getting used to saying those types of words, because then they just start bubbling out when you're at school or whatever. So I said, let's just not say that word.
Yeah.
So he says frickin'.
Yeah, he hasn't said it.
Which he thinks is like just as bad. Which like I was not expecting to have to deal with that when he's in first grade, but I guess whatever. We are. So that was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. What have you been DMing me this week? I'm trying to think. Let me look.
Let's get into our DMs.
I've opened your phone before. It's not an algorithm that I want to live in.
So in this segment, we are talking about what we DM each other, because as two married people who have kids and run a business, we basically date each other in our DMs. Well, the thing that I want to talk about that we DM'd each other is like a pretty serious thing, because I think it's really interesting for creative people.
Okay.
Amy Sedaris posted
Is that the
this
one that
thing.
you said, ugh, this is so me?
Yeah. This is so me. Amy Sedaris posted an interview with Ethan Hawke about the creative process and finding balance with like creativity and real life. And he was talking about how with actors in particular, you know, expressing, he used like Philip Seymour Hoffman and Robin Williams as examples, where like you watch Robin Williams, you know, during him just being a comic genius, right? But then like after that explosion of just energy and hilariousness, what's the flip side of that? And he said this thing that just like resonated so much, and I was reading the comments and all these like creative people were commenting. He said, it doesn't come for free.
Yeah, there's got to be a yang to the yin.
Yeah, like that creativity, that like genius, right? That everyone says, like creative people express just this thing. It doesn't come for free because it's incredibly depleting ultimately. And he was talking about how like depression is a real demon for creative people, because you put so much energy into your craft, you know, whatever it is.
I've said this before, but life is in sine waves. Everyone's sine wave is a different amplitude, but it's always a sine wave. And for all of you who
mean
dropped
like
this part of your science class, a sine wave is like where you have your x-axis and the wave goes above and below the x-axis. Everything in life, I think, works in waves. Light works in waves. Sound works in waves.
My mom said peaks and valleys. You can't have a peak without a valley.
Exactly. That's how science. That's how everything biology works. So same thing with your personality.
Yeah.
So some people have smaller amplitudes. Those would be like
Their
the more
sine waves
steady
are,
people,
right? A little
and then
less
there's people who have
jagged.
wide amplitudes, who may be the crazy people like you,
Thank you.
who get to be super creative, but then also can have moments where they're like, I need to do nothing right now and just.
Well, also just the point of that is how kind of energy sucking and depleting the creativity is. Like, I love being creative. It's so part of my being, my soul. Like, I need it.
Yeah.
But then I also like need to chill afterwards. The crash is real.
I'll see it too with your migraines, because your migraines are like probably the lowest your amplitude will go, right? If we're talking, I don't know if that's correct science, but and before you have a migraine, I'll notice that you will be sometimes you will be very hyper or very like excited or da-da-da-da.
It's the crash out.
You see the hyperness and you know that there's going to be a flip side to
Right.
that. The one thing I DM'd you I thought was interesting was there's like these glasses now that you can wear that basically turn off all screens. So like they use like
So
polarizing
cool.
lenses.
Yeah.
So like if you were in like Times Square in New York City, I mean, I don't know how well they work, but you like walk outside and you would see like no billboards because it's
all the screens would be blank.
anything digital, like basically
Yeah.
goes blank. It's kind of a cool idea.
I mean, it's cool. We would put those on like going to like a sports bar or something. Or I would put those on.
Make our screen-free kid wear those when we go to a sports bar.
Yeah,
It is
because-
funny because when we take our kid to like sports bars, he is like a zombie.
Well, we don't take him to the bars. We go to like eat there.
Yeah, but it's like if it's a restaurant that has a ton of TVs,
Yeah.
he turns into a zombie because he doesn't normally watch TV.
Like Buffalo Wild Wings, he'll just be like, ugh. Like, yeah,
You'll just see like the drool
Yeah.
dripping from his mouth. So yeah, it'd be cool. Give him those like glasses.
It's like the opposite of like AI tech goggles that everyone's talking about we're going to have.
Yeah. I almost bought the Ray-Ban Metas the other day, but I'm just like so determined not to have like crazy rays near my head, even
by
though
your
I know all
head.
the science says it's fine. And
All
so
the
that's why I
science
don't want to get
doesn't
those
say it's fine.
glasses. Well, it depends on what scientist you're talking to, but
Okay, well, the scientists I'm
the
talking to.
scientists and your algorithms say it's not fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the phones because
Joey made me return my EMF reader.
well, yeah, because you spent like $300 on an EMF reader that you
Yeah.
A, don't know how to use, and B, didn't use
Well,
it.
I gave it to you to figure out. You're my figure outer.
And by the way, it's the second EMF reader we've purchased.
Okay, well, that was because I make our children and all of us stand 20 feet away from the microwave.
Yeah, but you don't need the EMF reader to know that.
No, but I was just validating me.
That's something we've DM'd each other about. Anyways, let's get to the phone calls.
Okay, phone calls. All right, so this segment we love. This is 1-844-RUG chat. Our phone line. Yes, it's a real phone line that you guys can call.
We got so many messages from people like celebrating their millennialism. They're like, I'm a
know.
millennial. I love this phone line. Like,
They're like, I'm so proud of myself that I figured out the like RUG chat conversion to
Yeah.
the numbers.
we had a lot of millennials and a lot of people from the South because we got a lot of y'all.
Oh yeah, a lot of y'alls. I love hearing people's voices though. It's like one of those things you forget about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to a call. We've
Let's do
got
it.
we have a couple where they just said I love you and they've been like listening to us or watching us for forever.
Wait,
We'll get into some
you want to
questions.
listen to one where they just say I love you?
Oh, well, I don't. Well, we said just no. Okay, fine. I thought we were playing a variety of things.
Okay, since Kate wants to just flatter herself.
Stop. I'm not.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I just saw y'all's Instagram reel about the number. I just want to say I love y'all so
Aw.
much, and I have been watching y'all since I was like a teenager, and I'm like about to turn
Not
30.
about to turn 30.
We
Gen
love-
Z,
Okay.
right? About to turn 30, Gen Z?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
What's up,
love
Gen Z?
you.
Yeah, we
And
love you
thank
too.
you for leaving that message. And I mean, it's so crazy to me that people have been watching us since they were a teenager, and now she's almost 30. Happy almost birthday.
Did you feel good now that you got the
Yes, I
that
feel
one out
good.
of the way?
I feel
Okay. Let's see here. Let's get to a question.
Okay, I am leaving a message as I nurse in the middle of the night and have a sound machine on, so apologize. But I would love to hear more about y'all's connection and I guess, Kate, your history with Waldorf. I am a Waldorf teacher in training, and implementing a lot of it in our home with my 3 kids. And yeah, would just love to know more about y'all's connection with it, if you're still using Waldorf in the home with number 2. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, so
Okay, so that
did she say her name? She didn't say her name, but she was nursing.
she was nursing in the middle of
So
the
she's got
night,
a
and she
small-
called us. She
Yeah.
has 3 kids. Okay. Thank you
for
so
calling
much. Thank you
in.
for calling in while you're like nursing in the middle of the night.
doing
My
great.
gosh. Multitasking. Quick history that I went to Waldorf from kindergarten through 12th grade. So did my sister. It's a philosophy of education, started in Germany. It's very popular in European countries, and there's also a bunch of Waldorf schools here. I would say the basis of it is really nurturing a child's individuality and creativity. So there's a lot of oral stories told so that the kids can listen, and then they get to write essays about it and draw pictures. There's a lot of just interactiveness, interactivity with the material.
I did not go to Waldorf. I went to public school, and I can quickly sort of define
Yeah,
the
you
big
know what?
differences.
Joey does
What?
a good definition of it because I went to it for so long. I feel like my definition is more
Well, no, I mean I can just define it by
you...
some of the key things, right?
Yeah.
Like it's screen free, it's no grades, no textbooks. The kids create their own textbooks.
We
What
call
Kate
them
was
main
saying,
lesson books.
the teacher tells the stories of what they're learning, and then the kids then make their own textbook. Like they have a textbook, they make the lesson in the book, they draw pictures of what they learn, they write about what they learn, whatever, and which is really interesting. And
that's for all the subjects, for science.
yeah,
math.
all the kids are kind of treated like little adults in that like they're respected like individual unique beings and not like trying to like put them all into the same box kind of thing. Which you see, because like you talk to any Waldorf kid and you're like, wait, why are you talking to me like a 30-year-old right now? It's really in a good way, meaning like they can like hold conversations with adults. They're like interested in the world around them. I think on balance, I look at me and how my brain works. I look at Kate and how her brain works. And I think that her education, upbringing made her retain way more book knowledge, which is ironic because she never had books given to her. She made her own books, meaning like textbooks. You can talk to her about Greek mythology. You can talk to her about American history. You can talk about all these things where if you talk to me about them, I'm probably going to like maybe know some of it, you know?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head where you said it's not about regurgitation, right? Like it's about like, what does this mean to me? How does this play into my life and my experience? Letting kids learn through the ability to then use their imagination to express that knowledge back to you is like such a great way for it to stick.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you like actually think about what you're learning.
Right. We're fully bought in. Like we're
Yeah.
our
Moon
kids in the
goes-
Waldorf system and
Yeah.
like
Okay, so that's Waldorf. We love it.
Love it.
And if you're going to send your kids or do it homeschool, whatever, I support you. It's really fun.
there's also plenty of public schools who do Waldorf. There's like charter Waldorf schools.
Yep.
Okay, next voicemail.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi there. One, I just wanted to say that my millennial heart is very happy that y'all used Rug Chat and that I knew how to call in the number and decode it. That was very fun. And the real question I had was, can y'all please talk about the movie that y'all were in? Because that was the highlight of me and my friends. Like, that's what we watched. That was like our new older version of like watching a Mary Kate and Ashley film. So I just feel like everybody should know about the cult classic movie Taking 5. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for bringing it to the forefront of the pop culture awareness.
Also,
Taking 5. What?
the highlight of my life was that movie.
I guess the highlight of both of our lives that we met each other, but your highlight is because you loved making the movie.
I've made
Not
one
because
movie in my
you
life.
met your mate.
Yeah. It is because of that too, but you got to experience that a lot because you did a lot of different TV shows and movies and stuff when you were
Not
like
a
in your 20s.
lot, but yes, in my 20s I was acting. Yeah.
Quick backstory. I was in a band, you were acting, and there was this movie called Taking 5.
Your band was called the Click
The
5.
Click 5, and they cast our band to be in the movie.
Because the movie was about these two high school girls who are like, what? I guess nerdy girls. They weren't really. They were more just whatever, not popular. And they kidnapped their favorite boy band to play for their school so that they'll be popular.
And we all lived in Salt Lake City for like, I think we lived there for like 2 months or something like that to film this movie.
Yeah, so you guys were cast as the band, but like also the band became love interests for these two girls. So 2 guys in the band. It was you and the lead singer, and then I was the like bitchy popular girl, basically the villain.
Yeah.
Not basically, I was the villain.
Yeah.
Hey, your life at Highland High is over.
Kira.
You were like trying to stop these girls from bringing the boy band to the school.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And I was like, Hey guys, what's up?
Crazy psycho fans, man.
That's how I talked. And I was the bass player, which I loved because I'm normally, I'm in real life a drummer.
Yeah, I
So
love that they
we would
switched
do like,
up your instruments.
I know,
in
we
the
would do
movie.
concert scenes in the movie, and I would get to be on stage like rocking the bass in the front. Like, this was the best. It legit was so much fun because I was so used to like living on a tour bus and just being in a different city every night. And then to be able to like live in a hotel with all these other kids for like,
I mean,
certain
it
amount
was
of time,
such an
just-
idealized movie for you because you got to go from never acting in your life to like the lead
Yeah.
in a movie.
Yeah.
You were performing though, like huge shows in your band. Like you guys were very popular at the time.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I mean, we didn't know
Look it
anything
up
about it,
and
but yeah.
watch it if you want to. Laugh your
I want to do
head
like
off.
a group viewing of it. Like we should do like
I know we should let Moon watch it. Moon has not seen it. Like, well, because he doesn't watch movies, but
But anyways, it is
okay. So let's talk about us
Yeah.
actually meeting on it, though,
Okay,
because
yeah.
you just talked about how much you loved hanging out with the crew. You didn't mention
No.
meeting your beloved.
I met Kate on that movie.
But you know why? Because here's the tea, guys. Are you ready for the tea? The tea is that I had a boyfriend when we were filming that. And Joey started dating the costume girl. We were just friends.
I'm also, by the way, very respectful of people in relationships, right? Like if I don't know.
Okay,
Because it's been a
thank
while
you.
since I was single.
Me
But when I was single,
too.
no. But I just mean when I was single, I wouldn't like try to like
We didn't like
steal
cheat.
someone and be like, you should be with me instead, kind of thing.
Yeah, so we met as friends and as coworkers, or we became friends.
Yeah,
we met as
and
coworkers.
we would chat after we were done shooting. We would like call each other and talk, which was cute.
It was actually crazy because when they talk about like meeting like your future husband or your soulmate or whatever, like the moment meeting you is burned into my memory, which I don't want to know if it's
Was I
meeting me or
sitting on
not.
the couch with like my shag hair, and I just probably said like,
No,
"Sup?"
no. I will tell you. It was I had gotten to the hotel and checked into my room, whatever. Since I wasn't as big of a role as you, I wasn't there for as long as you were. So I came like a little bit later and left a little bit earlier than you. But I checked in, everything. And Daniela, who like quickly became my best buddy on the set, was like, oh, let's go meet the guys. Or she'd already met you guys. We went into Ben's room, who's the keyboard
I
player in
remember.
the band.
Yeah. You had your yoga pants on.
See, we both remember each other's pants. It's so funny.
Wait,
so
you remember my pants?
yes, I remember your pants because guys. Okay, so Ben was like playing. He like whatever was the fun, crazy one, making music and stuff. And Joey was sitting on the couch. We walk in. You stood up. Yeah, you had like the long hair. You had like a tight t-shirt on, and then you had tight like flare leg jeans, which I later learned were girls' jeans that you had bought like while you were out shopping with your friends that were
we used
girls.
to do that, yeah.
And like you liked the way the girls' jeans fit better. And it was like a very 70s look. Like you had like a very 70s rocker look.
Yeah.
They were very cute on you, by the way. I'm saying girls' jeans and it sounds, but they were really, really attractive. Joey has very nice legs. And very nice thighs. And then you like shook my hand, and just the moment of you standing up and coming to shake my hand and hearing your kind of like, voice.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the scene in the movie. There's a scene in that movie where I go to the Daniela Monet character, I go, hey.
I know, but Joey's voice has changed since we've been since you've gotten older. It was way more like, yeah, like I don't know again. But so that was the moment, and then I was like, oh my gosh, he's so hot, and I would tell Daniela, and we were like, ah, and I was like crushing on. I had a boyfriend, but I was crushing on you, but like from afar. And then the weirdest moment in our meeting each other was, I think, I mean, we just became friends and we were hanging out and stuff, was when you went on a hike with the costume girl and encountered a moose.
Yeah.
Because we were in Salt Lake City, and I guess there's a meese there. Moose.
Scary moment, by the way. When you literally come face to face with a moose, you don't really realize how big they are.
I think they can be like aggressive, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyways, it was this whole big story. You came back and you were telling about this moose encounter. And like later that night, I don't know what got into me, but I drew a picture of you as
It's
like
your Waldorf education. You were making your textbook.
I know you told me the story and then I regurgitated it. Oh my god. I love that we're full circle. Oh my god, it's so funny. You told me the story and then I wrote an essay. No, I drew a picture of you as like Moose Man, like
and slid it under my hotel door.
Slid it under your door. Like now thinking about it, it sounds so creepy.
And I
you
put it
guys.
on my refrigerator.
No, you loved it, right? You said
I
you
loved it, yeah.
It was like a joke. Like I don't totally remember all the context, but me and Daniela were always just like teasing you guys and stuff. So I drew it as kind of like a funny, parody of the story. You as a superhero guy, because the way you told the story about you like scaring off this moose, I drew that picture of you.
Yeah, and I loved that. I mean, honestly, that was like, the startings of like, what is it with this girl? I love this girl. Like, and like, that's a perfect example. But then, yeah, once we were done filming, like, I didn't really do this with other girls, but me and you would just like call each other and talk. And it was like so fun. And then the premiere was coming up in New York, and we were like made plans to hang out.
Yeah. Well, and I after we
disclaimer. You went home, you broke up with your boyfriend.
I broke up with my boyfriend during the 6 months after we stopped filming and before the movie premiered. I was like breaking up with him.
Yeah. So we went to the movie premiere, went out after the premiere, and had like a magical night at the club.
Magical night at the club.
Lots of grinding
dancing
happening to the music.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history,
so
literally.
the moral of the story is go watch Taking 5.
Go watch Taking 5. Make it a date.
Tell us what you think.
Yes, please. Tell us what you think. It's so funny. Joey wears a hot dog costume. Anyways, that was fun.
Yeah.
Memory lane.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question. I'm crying laughing about Moose Man. I'm going to do a quick creative spark since we talked a lot in our other segments.
Creativity is not a skill, it's a way of life.
So this is just our segment where we talk about something creatively that's inspiring us to, be a creative weirdo in our lives. So this week, there is this guy on TikTok who's like a stylist. His name is at say.nikko. It's Nikko. Okay. And he goes into people's homes, into their closets, and puts together outfits that like they would have never put together with items that, they've had for however many years. And it's
I need
videos.
that.
Yeah, it's like videos of these women like, oh my gosh, I had this shirt. Like I would never pair it with these pants and whatever. And it's just so cool to see people get like so inspired from just things that they've already have, which is obviously very budget friendly. So he's amazing. Look him up. Look up the videos because it's really fun. But beyond that, you could do this at home with a friend because I feel like having someone else come and look at your closet and put outfits together that are from their minds instead of your mind is like an amazing experience. I will say I know how it feels because my sister does that. Like whenever we are going to do a photo shoot or whatever, I always have Tess help me style my looks because she'll be like, what if you do this with this? And I'm like, oh my God, never thought of that. Right. So anyways, if you have a friend that you're like, I like their style, they always put fun looks together, have them over for, a couple hours and let them put some outfits together. I mean, worst case scenario, you don't end up with anything.
You have fun with your friend.
You have fun with your friend. But okay, so that's our creative spark for the week. Now we're gonna move on to our final segment. Let's talk dirty with Tess.
I'm a hot old maid.
My sister and I are on our romantasy dark romance book journey. Our favorite conversations that we go on for hours amongst ourselves about our books. And so I thought just a little taste of that for you guys listening, especially if you're into the same kind of books as us, will be fun.
Also, if you have questions for Tess, you can also call 844-RUG-CHAT. That'd be fun too.
Absolutely. We would love that. She would love that. So let's get it set up. Let's call her. There's
what up?
I actually, just before we called you, was talking about how I love when you style me from the clothes that are in my closet. I was saying that as like a creative spark, like for people to have a friend over that they like their personal style and have them pick out outfits from their closet for them.
That's true. That's a good point. It's like rediscovering items you have already from a different perspective. I'm actually right now wearing the pants that you
that I
gave me
because I don't fit in them anymore with my postpartum body, which I am embracing so much to the point that I'm giving away my clothes.
Well, lending potentially indefinitely or not.
You both recently styled me because, and I feel like I got hoodwinked a little bit because you guys were like,
what?
Because you guys were like, you guys were recently trying to help me figure out what I was going to do for my haircut.
Yeah.
I don't know why you were interjecting yourself in this process. I was like, I got to go get a haircut today. And they were both like, well, what are you going to do?
No, we were like, we've decided you need a new look.
No. Well, sure. Fine. Whatever.
I mean, first of all, you're welcome, Joey.
I've always disliked my hair. But you've always been like, you can't cut your hair. You have such healthy hair. Da, 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 da. And then the other day you guys were like, you should buzz your hair. And I was like, I should. And I ran to the barbershop, buzzed my hair, and I come back and realized that it was just because you guys were trying to live like your prisoner fantasies with me.
Well, is that so wrong? We're the ones that have to look at you.
Our decision for you.
No, you told me I had to get a neck tat after that.
Neck tat is also still a suggestion.
We're trying to guide you on your best path.
But that's what I'm saying. It's because you guys are reading some book where there's like a prisoner who's got tattoos everywhere that you're all into.
He wasn't a prisoner.
Next you're going to tell me to wear capris because of the Minotaur.
Ew, no,
in Milkman, whatever.
If you don't know what we're talking about, listen to the first episode because we were talking about, a Minotaur.
Wearing capris. Who gets milked. Okay, anyway.
Moving right along.
Moving along. So something that I think is interesting about Tess, because obviously I feel like a lot of people are like, get on the dating apps. And Tess is not into the dating apps, but she is into people setting her up on dates, which I just realized this about her. Because
I know, you were so surprised.
I know. Our friend Ani is like trying to set Tess up with a couple guys. And I was like, oh, Tess is not going to be down for this. And Tess was like, what? I always go on the dates. Anytime someone sets me up, I always go. And I was like, what?
Wait, this reminds me of, I don't know, have you guys heard of these new things? It's like basically you sign up to be a part of this group that does things, but it like all comes in like a letter and you're not allowed to bring your devices.
That sounds like Hogwarts.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Did I DM you that?
Oh, yeah, but that's like a society where you have to like denounce your identity online and like join them. That's like, it's like a cult of some sort. Joey, no. Let's not.
But I'm just saying it's like a way to, it's like a new movement where like Gen Zers in particular that don't want to be on devices, that no instructions are delivered via like email, and like it's like kind of like you sign up for this journey.
Yeah, but you have to sign up and get like basically erase your entire digital presence.
Ew.
Yeah.
It sounds very serious, and that's not what we're talking about. But
I'll consider it, Joey. Thanks for the advice.
And to preface this, the reason why I was so surprised is because you are somewhat of like, I mean, you're like me in this way. Like, we're not the most social people. Like, we don't, go out and go to parties a lot or
we established this. You guys have both collectively read like over 300 books in the last 6 months.
And I think a lot of people identify with
that's
being
not
homebodies.
So little.
No,
yeah.
What we people identify with being like homebodies in the sense that going out at night and to a bar or whatever to meet people is not something you're into.
I don't like dating well, first of all, I hate my phone, which is odd. I'm different in that way.
There's this
I'm not
group
gonna
you should check
out.
Stop. No.
I know. Maybe that actually, honestly, now that I think about it, maybe it does sound like something I should check out. But no, I don't like communicating my phone. So the dating apps, it's like, first of all, a lot of them have, to me, feel like they turn into almost like an ego booster thing where you don't ever really end up going out with people. It's almost like
you just throw compliments back.
I mean,
and forth?
that's just the sense I get. Maybe that's not true, but it's just to have a conversation with someone you don't know and the small talk and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just exhausting. I mean, I guess I
that.
could go about it in the way of like, hey, you're cute, want to go out? But
yeah.
Well, also, you literally
haven't done
have
that
no reference for like, is this person even safe to go out with? But if you get set up on a date, you automatically have a little bit more of that security.
Right.
Exactly. You have the personal connection with whoever you know in common, but also it's like you don't have to deal with the small talk. You can just like, it's almost like a blind date. You literally just go spend 2 hours or whatever, an hour of your time and then decide from there.
But the stakes are a little bit higher because you have like a mutual friend or something. So if it doesn't work out, you ghost them, whatever.
Ghost them respectfully. Ghosting is a natural part of life.
You're
okay,
a respectful ghost.
But in general, you want to be in a relationship?
I want to be in a relationship with the right person. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I need to be in a relationship.
Right.
I have no time to be in a relationship with someone who's like, just for the sake of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's benefits for sure.
Friends with benefits.
Which is great as well.
Yeah, we're open to that. Situationship. I don't know. That term, I'm like, I don't even totally know what that means. People throw that term around, and I know that's like what like heated rivalry they were, but like
a situationship?
Yeah.
Meaning you're in a relationship because of a situation?
No, a situationship means like you're not in a relationship. You just like are in a situation where you like hook up and like you like each other, but like not enough to be like
in a relationship.
Or there's some sort of other factor thwarting the relationship to be in a full.
Because when people talk to you about it, they want you to name it. They want you to say like, oh, are you dating anyone? And you're like, oh, well, we're not like dating. We're not friends. We're like a situation.
It's a situation. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Anyways, well, what are you reading, Tess?
Right now, I finished a book last night.
Great.
I finished.
Me too, actually. Yeah, go.
Oh my gosh. We love the Twisted Sisters, and they have a incomplete series out right now. So it's called The Sins of the Zodiac. And there's 2 books out, and I finished the second book. And the Twisted Sisters leave you on the craziest cliffhangers.
Oh my gosh. Which Joey would know if he kept reading Zodiac Academy. But yeah, they are the best at cliffhangers. The best and the worst because you just...
Yeah, and the book's not out until the end of March, the next one. So I'm like, I don't think I can do another Twisted Sisters series that's not
open-ended. I know.
Yeah.
No, I much prefer a complete.
Wait,
is it good though? So it's Never Keep is the first one.
Wait, sorry. Is Twisted Sisters the author of Zodiac Academy?
There are 2 sisters, Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, I think are their names. But everyone in like book talk world knows them as the Twisted Sisters. They're they're obviously sisters.
Got it.
And they like write together.
It's cool that they like branded their authorship.
I don't know if they did it or I feel like probably book talk did it.
Right.
I would say like Zodiac Academy and Kings of Quarantine.
Are
like my favorite. But if you're like love this with sisters and you need more, then I highly recommend it. First book's always a little like they're very slow burn. Very slow burn. And enemies to lovers vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But the second book is chef's kiss.
They do enemies to lovers like no one else. Kings of Quarantine, if you guys haven't read it, is such an underrated series. And it's like Tess and I it's like our favorite series. Like
we love
5-star.
Is it like about 2 kings who are under quarantine?
No, it's about it's about like a COVID sort of situation. And
it's like post-apocalyptic-y sort of. No, not really.
Yeah, it's like COVID, but like
so it's like
extreme.
COVID situationship.
Yeah, basically. Thank you, Joe.
Do you want to know what book I'm reading? I started a new book.
No.
What?
Not yet.
Okay.
Can I say my book? Because my book is still in the genre. Joey like bursts our bubble with his serious books.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about your financial analysis books,
Yeah,
Joey.
let me keep on with the titillating books. Titillating. Okay, so I'm reading, it's called The Captive Prince, and I love it. Now, let me tell you, it's a trilogy. I'm on the second book now. It is such a slow burn. Like, oof. Does she make you pay for it?
Oof.
But I love her writing. Like, I mean, I haven't encountered writing like this in this genre of books, I think, ever. Her prose is beautiful.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Who is it? Who is it?
It is C.S. Pacat, P-A-C-A-T. C.S. Passat? Anyways, C.S. I need to look more into just who she is, but the visuals that she conjures in this story, check your trigger warnings majorly, because the subject matter is interesting. So it's like this enemy kingdoms. This prince gets his brother, basically, their father dies. He sends his brother away to be a slave for an enemy kingdom, and he becomes a slave for this prince of the other kingdom, and he conceals his identity because he actually had killed the prince's brother of this enemy kingdom.
So this is another MM book?
It's an MM book, yeah. It's I would say it's very like Game of Thrones kind of vibes. Like, it's political intrigue, like all this deception, like you're trying to figure out like who's, I mean, yeah, you're going to be mad about the slow burn, but I'm telling you, the writing, like the way she even talks, you'll like it because there's a lot of horses in it.
What?
Not
Horse girl.
No, like they're princes, they're out, there's battles, they're riding, whatever. The way she talks about horses, like you can tell this woman like knows like riding and the specifics of things, and the way she describes the smells and it's like beautiful. I'm like on it. It's such a journey.
Sometimes the books they lead with the taboo elements and like the shock value more, and you miss out on the like beautiful writing or or like the great characters or whatever it may be. And you need to sometimes freshen your palate.
Exactly. I would say this is really a freshening of a palate experience. Like I'm fine with the lack of spice because I think it's gonna get there, and I'm willing to pay the price because it's so beautifully written.
Okay, to sanitize the conversation.
Thank you.
In case anyone is looking for something else to read.
Yes, Joey's coming in to burst our bubble.
I finished Being Mortal by Atul Gawande, I think is the name.
Okay.
Which was the book about like late stage, how do you plan for that with family members, blah, blah, blah. Aging. I really enjoyed it. I moved on to his next book.
Oh, wow. You love him.
Yeah. Called Complications.
He's giving you slow burn. You're just
Is
slow
Complications
burning.
a direct sequel to
No, it's not a direct
previous?
sequel. This is the
Like medical
subtitle. A Surgeon's Notes on an Imperfect Science.
Ooh, you're reading about complications in surgery?
Well, no, it's
That is the worst book for you to read, by the way.
It's just about the medical system. And,
yeah, he's gonna be so paranoid after this.
Well, the first part was really interesting, but yeah, I could see why it would make you paranoid because it was all about how the way that the only way really for surgeons to learn is to learn on the job, and it's about how all treatments start with like way worse success rates, and then they eventually get better.
Yeah, well, I think I have like a botched C-section scar because I had a resident, like someone learning, sewing me up.
Yeah. I honestly think he's such a good writer. He could write about anything.
Uh-huh.
You know, he just sort of takes you. It's like really interesting to read like a nonfiction that is
well
like, takes you on like a journey.
Yeah, that's a skill. But like I said last time, let's remember that Joey likes to read books that also put him to sleep.
And us too.
Thank you, Joey, for this segment is called Let's Talk Dirty with Tess. And you're
that's
talking
so cute.
about.
I love that name.
Isn't it
Let's
cute?
talk dirty and then get ruined by Joey and his
the
medical
getting
kink.
so serious and literary. Oh.
If you guys really want more of this segment, maybe you guys can do a prattle on the IG or something.
A prattle on.
You can prattle about
what
your.
is that? What?
You can prattle about your spice. Just because we're trying to keep this show to under an hour.
No, I know.
We can start a whole
That's
other
fine. We'll edit
prattle
out your
on.
part, Joey. We'll edit out your part.
Yeah, we'll edit out your surgery book.
All right, Tess, we love you.
Love you
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
Mwah. Well, that was fun. We covered so many random things. I had fun today.
Yeah.
I loved going down memory lane about how we met.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah, you had a good belly laugh.
I did. I cried a little, happy tears. But guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, you can reach out to us, 1-844-RUG-CHAT, if you want to leave us a message, tell us a story, ask us a question.
Please make sure and follow or subscribe whatever platform you're listening to this on or watching it on.
Yep. And thank you for joining us on the rug and cuddling with us and getting cozy. And we will talk to you next week.
Yeah. Stay creative. Stay weird.
Stay you. Because why not?
Bye.
I'm Mr. K.
Well, cuddle with us.
Hi, Joey. I mean, we're gonna get weird. We're gonna get honest.
Can't believe we've been together for 20 years.
Let's talk about it. Creativity is not a skill, it's a way of life.
Come around, cuddle with us.